Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and tonight I come to you with these two beauties. One from the 1930s, the other one from the 1940s. They're both Shirley Temples. One's a US one, one's a Canadian. This is the American one right here. This is made by the Ideal Toy Company. She has the plastic eyes which are cracked and they need to be her irises need to be replaced. There's a few things about her that are in need of help. We will start from the top and then we'll work our way down. I do not know if this is her original hat. I did look up a lot of the Texas Ranger Shirley Temples, and I seen her with very different hats. This one fits her well, so if it isn't her hat, which I have a feeling it may not be, why I say it may not be is because of the plastic rope. But then I thought, the hat looks older. So what I think might have happened is that they took this off a hat and put it on this hat. Might be what they did. I don't know. But it fits her so well, I'm not going to mess with it. But she did come with some different colored hats. There's a top hat. There's one that almost looks sombrero type look. Then there's this a look of hat like this on there. So it just depends, I think, what your doll came with at the time. So it seems like there's some variations in the hats. This is her original vest with her red shirt and her button and her shorts that come with her chaps, original socks and original shoes, which are in need of help. The pants need to be fixed at the back with a button, and other than that, that would be, oh no, and then her chaps are here. Here's her chaps, she's not without them. I bought the guns separate. I would like to get another one. I'm going to buy one more, so she has 2 6-shooters on each side of her there. They're just little guns. They're not really the right size maybe for her, but they fit the pockets very well. I think they're more for decoration. One thing I like about her chaps are all the studs are there. All the leather pieces are there. Everything's there about it. All it needs is a good leather cleaner I need to buy and just clean up the leather. And they would look just beautiful on her. So that's all I need to do with that. And get a buckle, and they're on her. So that's something I need to work on. Very nice doll. I just love her. Her wig does need to be recurled and everything, of course. That's one thing I'll be doing with her. Now let's look at this other one. This is the 1936 tin eye with blue eyes Shirley Temple doll. She is marked Reliable, made in Canada. When you look her up, now some Shirley Temples were made with blue eyes, even though she had brown eyes, but she's a competition doll to Shirley Temple. She has the dimples, the 6 teeth, just like Shirley Temple did. She's short, she is smaller, but then of course there are smaller ones. There is, I think this is the 27-inch one. There is also a 25-inch, which I think that's what she is, the 25-inch one. She came out, Canada got the rights from the Ideal Toy Company to make a Shirley Temple doll. This is their version of, this is Canada's version of the Shirley Temple doll. A little bit difference in the face, because why? They can't make the same one. It's got to be different. It's got to be a different doll, but yet represent Shirley Temple, and this is what they came up with here. So there are variations of Canadian Shirley Temple dolls out there, believe it or not. And just like in the States, there was a lot of copycats to this doll here. The Shirley Temple doll, I mean, not the Texas Ranger one, but the doll itself. They were different. That you can find a lot of dolls trying to compete with the Shirley Temple doll at the time, and trying to get a piece of that money, that pie. I always call it the pie, because everybody wanted a piece of that, because it's the dirty 30s and people were poor, and there were those that could afford and those who could not. And to eke out every little penny from people was big time. And, you know, we're just coming out of the Depression. You know, it was tough times back then, just like we are in right now. We're in a lot of tough times. A lot of people are suffering today. But anyhow, yeah, I thought I'd show these to you. Now, I do want to put a different dress on her. This is just something I had around my house. It looked nice at the time. But I did find this little dress hanging up with the rest of my other dresses. I think that's just so cute. Now, it needs to be fixed. It needs to be washed, pressed, and starched. But I think this little dress would just look spectacular with her blue eyes. I did mention that her eyes were tin too. So, but anyways, I think they show beautifully. Nice to have a Canadian version of the Shirley Temple doll just as well as the U.S. version. It's nice to see, to have some of my own country's dolls and what their history was with the Shirley Temple doll. Believe me, even in Canada, the little girls wanted this one here just as well. The original Shirley Temple was the Ideal Toy Company. Even though Ideal just did sell off their molds to Canada and probably other countries as well. I'm not sure. Maybe England had their own. I'm not sure. Maybe Australia did. I'm not sure about those countries if they had their own version of Shirley Temple. I imagine they did. I know Japan came out with a few of their own versions of Shirley Temple, and there's always a little bit of an eek with the face, like just a bit of a change with the face. And yet so close, but a little bit off, you know. But I think they're beautiful dolls. I like having variations of the Shirley Temple. This is my biggest, it's 27 inch, which is the one I also finished about a couple months ago, was a Shirley Temple doll, which was 27 inches. This is the biggest they came in composition. And I have an 11 inch, so I got from 11 up. I don't know if I have all the sizes. I have quite a few Shirley Temples to restore. I don't know if I have every size going, but I'm pretty close, I bet you, to I have a 24 inch or 22 inch, something like that. So, but anyways, I have a variation of like a variety of sizes of my Shirley Temples, which is going to be great to show down the road sometime with all my sizes going all the way down to the 11 inch in the Ideal composition doll. And yeah, I was happy to show these to you. They needed to come down, even if they could just get a dusting. They were in need of that dusting. And I was glad just to get them down to dust them off. And I think they need to be shown and to be seen. And just the variations of what countries were doing back then of their different versions of the doll. But you can see there's a tie-in between the two. Even if her eyes are blue, Shirley Temple had brown eyes. But there were some blue eye. Ideal did make some blue eye Shirley Temple dolls. I would love to get my hands on one. They're rare and hard to find. Apparently also I read about Shirley Temple by the Ideal Toy Company. Their wigs were different colors. There was a honey blonde. There was actually a reddish color, and there was a brunette. Now I know there's a Hawaiian Shirley Temple doll, and I've seen it. I don't know if it's made by the Ideal Toy Company or not, but I have seen her. I think she was made by Ideal, I think, but I cannot be absolute about that. But would like to buy one day if I can find one at a reasonable price. But not today. But I'm glad to show these to you. And things that, like I said, I have a lot to work on my own dolls. And that's what there's a lot. And this is where I wanted to show you how to restore these shoes down below. I want to take these off before I even begin to touch these shoes. I want to be able to study, but yet do some of my own shoes myself. I've been watching a few videos of a few people who have been restoring old shoes, and I think I got a grip on what I got to do. But I would like to take some old shoes that I have here and start with them first, and then move onto the Shirley Temple doll shoes here. And it excites me to get started and to restore her shoes, her boots here actually, her cowboy boots, I guess we will call those. But when I touch them, they're just like paper thin. They're just so ready just to fall apart and just rot. You can just feel it as you touch them. It's just so, they're so like I'm done type of feel to them. They're just so paper thin. It's so easy to make a mistake on them, you know, like to cut where you may not want to cut. Or you might put your finger through where you didn't want your finger to go through. That's just how fragile these are. But I do want to restore them. But I know I can do it. It's just a matter of knowing what you're doing, get the right equipment in, and go for it, you know. And sometimes you just got to do, you know. But I'm excited about it. That's why I was buying some of the leather up, so I could put maybe leather at the bottom of these. I don't know. Like, I'm going to work it out. I've got ideas running through my head. So, but anyways, I've got shoes to work on, and those will be my first victims. And we'll see how well I do, and we'll move from there. And, you know, I think I could do it. I know I can. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. More to come. Thank you for joining me. And we'll be coming back soon with some more dolls. And I'll keep you updated as I fix this dress and we'll change her again. But right now she's going to go back on the shelf with the dress that she's got on. I don't want to change her out of this until I get this dress fixed. I think this dress here is going to be spectacular on her. I think it'll look really cute on her. But I need to get it whitened up. I need to get this sewn up here. There's some things I need to do. But all easy stuff to fix. But thanks again for joining me. And I'll be coming back really soon. Bye-bye.